this. Right, that's working. And let's see. Cool, although I need to change the name of this to TPK. The Lich stole Mirthmas.
So I should check and see if anybody's hanging out in the live stream room.
Oh, dark mode. Hello. Because otherwise it makes me all washed out and I look like a ghost.
I think of you as a pre-ghost.
Come to be so dark
I think of me that way too.
Okay, there's that. Okay. And then I need to check if that is happening.
What's happening?
Let me do one quick thing. I'm going to...
There we go. Do 2 episodes. That's totally fine.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah. I mean, if we get to like 45 minutes or ish and you're like, oh my God, this is a great cliffhanger, we should do 3 episodes. You're the boss. 3, 2, whatever. But yeah, we've got it covered.
Got it. Okay. So the stream is running, which is awesome. So I will has anyone put out a little tweet or anything?
Is there something I know what that was?
I can...
Yeah, so we have a URL. Let me see. What is it again, Dan?
Oh, totalpartykill.live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is going to pick up this thing too. Got it.
Totalpartykill.live.
Now, totalpartykill.live now redirects to the incomparable.com/live, where the embed should show up in a reasonable fashion.
Okay.
Let's make sure this is... I see the stream on YouTube, oh, God, why?
Is something broken?
Nope, I clicked the button for the live stream and then started hearing my own voice.
Oh.
That's never fun.
Haunting.
I don't. Okay, so then let's see. I want that link, but I don't know how to get to that. Oh, great. That's in my head now. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
That's weird. Because it does see the Incomparable Podcast Network on YouTube.
Nope, that's not what I want. That's supposed to be a share button.
The answer is probably something broke in my code.
Okay, so youtube.com, and then I'll go find the Incomparable. There it is. TPK, How the Lich Stole Mirthmas. Oh, now I'm hearing my voice. And then here's the chat for the group. And so I'll share that there.
Woo!
Okay, and then we'll post that.
There.
Live playing D&D. D&D on. Okay. Join at Erica. Dan. Tony. Oh, you're not on there, are you? Yeah.
I guess not.
We'll just do
I don't know what you're doing, but probably not.
Sindalar and at Amen A Silbrights. And yours truly for an epic level holiday adventure. Okay. There we go.
Woohoo.
That has been shared. Everyone's been mentioned, save for Tony. So if you just want to do a retweet, you can.
Yeah.
And then we can get rocking. Okay. So everybody, we will, and it's okay that they're hearing this too. With this introduction, I will have you all introduce yourselves, but we will not have you describe your characters until after the story kicks off. So I will prompt you to describe your characters. I ask that you give us your characters' names as well as their pronouns, if you would like, but please also give us a physical, visual description of your characters at that point. So that way, everyone who's listening and watching can get an idea of what your character looks and sounds like. So again, we'll do an intro that's like an introduction to the show, and then I will introduce each of you. You'll say hello, and then we will cut into the story and kind of go from there. Does that work for everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Then, without further ado, now that we have a live stream and Secret Agent, it should be changed now. It was labeled as if it was Curse of Strahd, but I do believe I've updated that. So hopefully that is the case. When anyone that's gone and looked at the stream, it now shows that it's How the Lich Stole Christmas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does on the YouTube. Also, Micah, I just turned on the... Actually, you know what? Shoot. I was like, I'll just simulcast this on audio, and I realized I'm not capturing. So never mind.
Oh,
because I would only get... It would just be me. Everyone could enjoy me talking occasionally. But now it made the live stream work on the Being Coupled live page, so everything's great. That was what I was trying to do. I don't know why it didn't work before, but there you go.
All right, here we go.
Bugs for me to fix later.
Let me have a sip of water.
I like your outfit.
Oh, thank you. All right, 3, 2. Welcome one and all to another episode of the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, a podcast where we play Dungeons and Dragons online for your amusement. I am your humble dungeon master this time around, Micah Sargent, and I am joined by some fantastic folks. I think we'll start with the folks we know before we introduce a brand new player here on the show. So let's start with Erica Ensign. Hello, Erica.
Hello. Yes, I am Erica Ensign, she, her. I'm very excited to be here playing a holiday adventure.
Yes. And I almost had a moment of saying ensign, and I do apologize, but I stopped myself right before.
No apology needed.
We are also joined by it's not bespectacled, I guess it's beantlered individual. It's Dan Morin. Hi, Dan.
Hello, Micah. It is I, Dan Morin, pronouns he, him. Delighted to be here, taking a break from my delivering toys to boys and girls all across the world. D&D.
Wonderful to have you. We are also joined by someone who's typically the dungeon master, but this time he's not. It's Tony Sindelar. Hello, Tony.
It's me, Tony Sindelar, is he, him pronouns, and how the tables are turned, Micah. I hope you're ready.
Look, there's snow all over the tables, and I don't know what to do. About it. It's freaking me out, man.
Because he turned them.
The tables are spinning.
Oh my gosh, the table. Roll for initiative. No, wait, not yet. We are also joined for the first time on this show, but certainly a studied D&D player. It's Amanda Silberling. Welcome, Amanda.
Hello, I'm Amanda, she, her. You could really say I'm a studied D&D character because I know we're not giving too much away about the characters, but the character I'm playing is a big ol' nerd.
Oh, yay. That's so exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Escapism.
Yeah. I was going to say, we're all big nerds here.
This was one of the first characters I made, and I had a friend who said that your first 3 characters are all just self-inserts, so make of that what you will.
Oh, dear. I am going to have several...
I think you keep going from there.
I'm going to have several crises at the moment instead of running this adventure as I think about the characters that I have played. While I do that, though, I do want to mention my pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing multiple characters. Folks, what's super exciting is that I gathered this cast of characters together to play an epic level adventure. This is an adventure for levels 18 to 20. And it is very heavily based on an adventure that you can get if you are a Roll20 subscriber, or even if you use Roll20 in the Roll20 marketplace. There is an adventure called How the Lich Stole Christmas by DM Dave and Tom Kartos. So I just wanted to give credit where credit is due as far as that goes. You can find it in the Roll20 marketplace and pick up this adventure. I took that and did a little bit of riffing on it so that we could play what we're calling How the Lich Stole Mirthmas, which is a holiday that encompasses all holidays and is not based on any specific religion. So, without further ado, let us begin with the adventure. As we go to the town that you all are visiting. So, as well-known and kind of storied heroes, you all have done so much in your lives. Your characters are well-known around the world. And because of that, round about the end of the year, every year, you receive an invite to attend an incredible festival called Mirthmas that takes place in a little town called Ostenwald. And what you know about Ostenwald is that don't nobody do it like Ostenwald when it comes to a Mirthmas celebration. So all of you have decided to come to this town and take part in the festivities. And you've spent Mirthmas Eve drinking all sorts of delicious beverages, enjoying all sorts of festive foods. You've had spiced wines, you've had eggnogs in some cases, you have had delicious spiced cakes and all sorts of yummy treats. And so you've settled down for the night and have sort of looked up at the stars right before bed and felt that little bit of giddy excitement that maybe isn't common too much in your lives anymore. As these people who have been through so much and who have seen so much, not much surprises you, not much gives you excitement. And so to have that little bit of excitement, knowing that you will get to partake in the wonderful festivities that Ostenwald provides on Mirthmas Day, you kind of wind down and think about the things that you've subtly hinted at to your friends that you really would like to have for Mirthmas. You think about the looks on your friends' faces when they open the gifts that you have gotten for them. And as you do, you peacefully and very heavily fall off to sleep for the night. And then something happens. Every adventurer down in Ostenwald liked Mirthmas a lot, but the Lich who lived just east of Ostenwald did not. Dresden the Lich hated Mirthmas, the whole Mirthmas season. Now please don't ask why, no one quite knows the reason. It could be perhaps that his phylactery was too old. It could be that his brown molds weren't that cold. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his phylactery or mold, he stood there on Mirthmas Eve, hating folks from Ostenwald, staring down from his tower with a sour skeletal frown at the warm-lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every adventurer down in Ostenwald beneath was busy counting all their loot and XP. And they're hanging their shields, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Mirthmas, it's practically here. Then he growled with his bony fingers nervously drumming, I must find some way to keep Mirthmas from coming. For tomorrow I know all the Ostenwald fighters and clerics will wake bright and early to their bard's obnoxious lyrics. And then, oh the noise, 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 noise. There's one thing I hate, all the noise, 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 noise. They'll stand stand close together with Mirthmas bells crashing. They'll stand side by side and those adventurers will start slashing. And they'll bash and they'll pierce and they'll stab, 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 stab. And the more the Lich thought of the rogues' sneak attacks, the more the Lich thought, I must stop this whole thing from coming back. Why, for 500 years I've put up with it now. I must stop Mirthmas from coming. But how? Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Lich got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do, the Lich cackled in his throat. I'll make a quick Mirthiclaws hat and a coat. That Mirthmas Eve, Dresden the Lich came down from his dark tower to steal away Mirthmas during the latest of hours. This is stop number 1, the old Lichy Kloss hissed, as he climbed to the roof, empty bags of holding in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Mirtha could do it, then so could the Lich. He got stuck only once, for a minute or two. Then he cast etherealness, and right into the wall he went through, where the little adventurer's magic weapons hung all in a row. These magic items, he grinned, are the first things to go. Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most obscene around the whole room, and he took everything. It was 1:15, all the adventurers still abed, all the heroes still a snooze, when he packed up his sled, packed it up with their plate mail and shields and bows, their lutes and their axes, their trinkets and 10-foot poles. Then a planar portal Dresden opened up into the astral plane. All the adventurers' stuff he would chuck. Pooh-pooh to the heroes, he was evilly humming. They're finding out now that no Mirthmas is coming. And so, Mirthmas morning has arrived. And as you wake up, you look around, and you notice something is off. All the beautiful gifts that you had wrapped, all of the excitement that hung in the air with these piles and piles of fun goodies, everything is bare. And frankly, the energy in the room is off. The vibes are not immaculate.
The vibes? Oh,
The
no,
vibes are not
Someone
immaculate.
stole our vibes.
Someone stole
We
your
roll
vibes.
for vibes.
So with that in mind, let us start with Amanda. Can you describe your character as your character wakes up and looks around at a terribly vibeless room?
Wolf Kaminsky, he's an old man who once went through a portal, and now he's a little guy, so he's just like an old man in a child's body. So whatever the time era equivalent of like a race car bed is, Wolf Kaminsky is rolling over and stretching. And he looks over to the window and he says, "Where's my menorah? Someone take my menorah." He looks at under the menorah and the Festivus pole he has in the corner. There were some gifts he was going to give for his friends, but they are not there. And this includes some rare books. And those are hard to come by. You can't just get those from the market. So
It's in the name. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. You know, you have to go to he went to a rare bookstore in a whole other dimension, let's say. He really went through the effort. Like, you can't just, he risked going through a portal again and becoming even younger than he already is. But he's a little concerned. This is not very nice.
All right. And then, as Wolf Kaminsky kind of surveys the room and perhaps kind of walks over to where the menorah was and is looking for the books, you see Dan Morin, your character, rise. Describe your character and tell us a little bit about them.
Sure. Reza, who is a Leonin, so he stretches in a very cat-like manner, showing a mouth full of fangs and good cat teeth and everything. And he's stretching, he's getting up, he's looking around, waking up from his little cat nap there, and looks around the room, blinking his green eyes as he takes in the scene before him. And then a frown crosses his face as he notices the missing items. He'd spent months finding all these vials of holy water and potions that he was sourcing from across the continent to bring to all his friends the most delectable and delightful treats, spent in a long career of serving his faith. And he is frankly, he feels violated. This is upsetting to him, and he reaches for his plate mail and hopes it's still there beneath his bed, and because it seems as though there's going to be some trouble that needs resolving. Resolving. I'm done. Thank you, everybody.
Hey.
And now I'm curious if the next person that wakes up rolls their eyes as Erica, your character, somehow hears through the magic of the world that horrible, horrible pun. Tell us about your character.
No, that's all right. Lady Souza Christina DeGuerin, she likes a good pun as much as I do. So so she's kind of smiling a little bit as she sort of wakes up. Now, Lady Souza she's a noble. And as far as anybody knows, for sure, she's just a noble. It might have been somebody else who stole all those artifacts and rare things. Most people have figured it out, but nobody's ever caught her. So she is in a very lavish room, silk sheets. She's wearing like a very nice, comfy flannel nightie, and wakes up and stretches and looks around and immediately realizes stuff is gone, because the cool stuff that surrounds her is the most important thing. But instead of getting upset, she kind of smiles to herself. It's like game recognized game. This was some good work that somebody did. So she immediately starts thinking, who could have done this? How did they do it? How can I find them? How can I get this stuff back? Now I have somebody I need to surpass and show up. So yeah, the gears are turning a little bit as she like looks around just to see if like even, as an accomplished rogue, she had hiding places for some things, and she's just checking to see if anything is left at all.
Wow.
But she's not upset. The vibes here, they're not immaculate, but they're not entirely off.
It's a very challenge accepted sort of individual. I love it.
Uh-huh.
And then last but not least, one more character wakes from sleep. Tony, describe your character.
Well, I will be playing Zindalar, who is just the most awesome tiefling sorcerer that you ever met. Zindalar has kind of a strange kind of appearance. Hooves, horns, kind of a weird wispy beard, maybe a little bit of a tail, all purple. But there's just something enchanting about the kind of the aura of Zindalar. This is the most charismatic sorcerer that ever did sorcel.
Wonderful.
And I'm here to do magic, people.
All right. So now that you all have woken up, you all are incredibly, again, high-level characters who have spent many years working very hard. And this was meant to be a time for you to kind of get to rest, right? That you could come here and celebrate with the awesome folks of Ostenwald, or as they're called, Ostenwalders. And unfortunately now, you have been met with not just the theft of your own gifts for each other, but the theft of the gifts for the entire town. This is
it's no good.
No, it's no good. It is a loss of an opportunity for celebration.
I was 2
a
weeks from retirement.
From gifts?
From adventuring.
Well, do you work for someone? Can't you just retire when you want? The whole idea is that you're self-employed.
Oh, you don't know anything about paladins. You cannot retire.
I really don't. No.
Can I roll for vibes?
No, I do not. I do not like this birth of mirth.
Lady Souza and Wolf Kaminsky, you two notice that even though the room is all but bare, there is a piece of paper sort of tacked to a post between two windows.
I read it without touching it.
All right. You see a little note that says, Nana boo boo, I took all your stuff. At sunrise Mirthmas day, I shall drop it into the astral plane, thereby ending this horrible holiday forever. Dresden the Lich. P.S. I ate all the cookies and drank all the milk, too.
It's an interesting
That's just
choice to
rude.
leave a note and take
I mean,
responsibility for this.
Liches.
Lich, please.
Can I get
Well,
a history check from you
glad we got
folks?
that out of the way.
Had to be done.
Yep.
Does the note that I got have the same text?
Oh, you actually both saw the same note.
Okay, cool.
Both of you have incredible passive perception. So while the other two were talking about what they do for a living, you two happen to notice this note out of the corner of your eyes. So yeah, tell me about history checks. If anyone gets over
I
a
would
15,
love to roll a history.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Wolf
Yeah.
Kaminsky has plus 15 to history.
holy
So Wolf is a character. First off, I just have to say Wolf Kaminsky is named after my dentist, Kaminsky Wolf Dental. It's just a bit, but
Not a sponsor.
yeah, not a sponsor.
I
just a
have
Yeah.
I have leveled him up
Use code
from level
Mirthmas.
10, where he's a character that I play in a just a friend campaign, but within our canon, Wolf, while on like a very extended rest, got a degree in history, so I have expertise.
That is awesome. Okay, so with
It
there's
very rarely comes up.
there's
so
no
I'm
need
psyched.
to even roll for this.
Yeah, I got a 24, but now I feel like, well,
Let's see.
I got a 27, but I guess that's nothing.
I didn't even.
Oh, I
didn't
got
even roll.
I got a 27.
So what you know, Wolf Kaminsky, I'm going to say that you may have even, if you hadn't been to Ostenwald before, then you had certainly read about Ostenwald as this place that just, when it comes to Mirthmas, no one does it better. And so you are aware that the town is, relatively quaint. I mean, it's a nice town and certainly beautiful, but it's not huge. But it is right next to a mountain, and atop that mountain is a tower, and within that tower, there are rumors that a lich does indeed live in the tower. So,
And inside that lich,
and inside that lich is no heart.
inside that non-heart,
So I'm moving you all to a map of Ostenwald, and you will see Wolf Kaminsky, who is honorarily representing your group. Now, let me see. I might need to put you all, now that I think about it, into the map. But essentially, you are down in the town, and up to the northeast is the Tower of Dresden. So
looks like there's about 14 places we need to investigate on this local town map first.
If we were to guess, that's your average town investigation number, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to finding out what's happening at the mill.
Number 12.
you actually hear a knock at the door.
Oh.
are we in separate rooms or are we all in the same room?
You're all in the same space. Yeah, it's kind of like
Otherwise, this conversation has been very loud.
a cozy sort of lounge area where it's probably one of those situations where most days, if you had done the partying you did last night, you would have woken up with very dry mouths, headaches, but the magic of Mirthmas morning sort of kept that. So yeah, you all kind of passed out after a great time sort of in a lobby of this.
I enjoy that we're level 20 heroes who've been doing this for a long time, but we can't afford our own rooms.
No, you definitely
about the
have your own
friendship.
rooms. It's
we just
Also-
decided to sleep in it's
Yeah, we
it's a
passed out.
You passed out.
It's
you quite literally
Mirthmas
passed
Eve.
out.
All the rooms are booked. It was this or a manger, and this
It's
is
a quadruple bunk bed.
Yeah, exactly. You had
Yeah.
a manger or this, exactly.
Yeah.
So
There's
that
no
knock at the door.
beanbag chair in the barn.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Come in. We've just
Hello?
been robbed.
Hi.
Hi. So hi.
Are
Do
you Dresden? Because if you are, so help me.
Right,
A lot of
Dresden.
trouble.
Did you take my book?
No, I have sort of been waiting for you to wake up. My name is Charles Bad. I, of course, if you don't remember, am the mayor of Ostenwald, and we could use your help.
Well, I gotta say, Mr. Bad, so far, Ostenwald is not living up to its reputations, and I will be leaving a stern review with wherever it is that we review towns. I will be looking into that tomorrow.
Oh
This
dear.
is clearly not his fault, so
Oh,
please
but,
let the man
Oh.
explain.
He's the
Surely
mayor.
the gallons of eggnog you consumed yesterday, Mr. Zendiel. How is it pronounced again? I forget. I'm sorry.
It's pronounced Indalar, and those were leaders of eggnog. I'm metric.
Right. I'm sorry. You did actually tell us that several times yesterday.
Loudly.
I'm telling you it again.
You proclaimed that loudly and repeatedly.
Right. Yes, you did indeed. And I'm very sorry to hear. Was it not spiced enough? Honestly, now that I think about it, I really can't be talking about this right now. You see, the Lich that lives in the tower, very far up that mountain there.
Yes, of course, Dresden.
Yes. Oh, you know its name.
I point
We're
at the
level
note
18
silently.
or higher. We know many things.
I think Charles Bad sees Lady Sousa point at the note and quickly scrambles over and reads it and says, "Sorry, a lich doesn't need to eat. Why would it have eaten the cookies and drank the milk? That's just cruel."
That
Mr.
makes
Charles,
it even worse.
It's about sending a message.
Well, the message is that
Most
that
of those
lich,
cookies just fell out of his ribcage the minute he was out of this place.
Oh dear, this is.
Do you think he enjoyed it?
I hope that at the very least he did. But look, I know that you all spend so much time every single day working so hard, but we could really, would it be at all would you mind sort of recollecting?
Say no more, Mr. Mayor. We will undertake this task to return the glory of Mirthmas to Ostenwald in the manner befitting it.
Say no
slightly
more about
I
what's
said
in it
say
for
no,
us. Oh wait,
say-
I just
say-
remembered all our stuff
say
was
no
stolen
more.
too. Say whatever amount is appropriate.
I'm sorry. Could anyone translate for me? I don't quite understand what.
We're going
I
to
think
Pay
we
help
would
no
like-
attention to the tiefling.
We would like an improved vibe.
Oh,
Yes.
right. The vibes are not immaculate in here. That is something that we can address.
They are totally immaculate. It's no good.
Perhaps
and-
if the items are returned, that would indeed bring the vibes back. You see, there was a rare talisman,
My eyes light up.
the talisman of good vibes, as it's called. It's all one word. Not talisman, but the good vibes part is all one word. And it is a rare relic that I planned on giving to my husband, and it would bring back a sort of brightness to the area. So, yes, that could be why the vibes feel off. Also, an evil lich did come in here and absolutely sort of destroy the place and steal everything. That will often have an effect.
Oh, I think some of that was us. But yes, the stealing was Dresden.
Mostly him.
Are you four friends?
We're more like
I just met them
dog
last
acquaintances.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we had a great time at the party last night, so I would like to think we're friends.
Yeah.
I don't have
Are there
a lot
any
of
other
friends.
heroes available in the town that we should, recruit for this mission?
No, none who I would call heroes per se.
It's just not. It's four. There's not even a fifth, like
Well,
a bard
keeping
or
in.
something.
You must understand that any time we've invited people of your magnitude, shall we say, we have experimented with the number, and it turns out that any more than 4 and buildings are broken, and we have to rebuild them. So we tend to only invite 4 heroes at a time.
Always four there are. Got it.
Yes. So no more.
Honored
How-
to be part of this esteemed quartet. Then
Yes.
How-
I'm just a
Or
noble,
Jeanette.
but I appreciate the.
Oh, Lady Sousa, you're not just a noble. You're incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
did you see her moves on the dance floor last night?
I mean, I've never seen anyone do the worm at that speed and velocity before. I never thought that velocity was something I would sort of use to describe the worm until Lady Sousa.
Yeah, like
It's rare
torque.
that I have a hall that
the
long
torque,
to
yes,
really.
the torque.
To get up to speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Usually you need a slip and slide to get up there. So,
Yep.
We do have a guide who can see you to the base of the mountain if you need. Otherwise, I simply must suggest that reaching Dresden's tower, which is something that no one in the town has done in many years because we haven't needed to, has, I don't quite have any advice given that this has not been something we've had to
History
do.
question: Did the Lich's tower exist and you built a town here, or did the Lich come and build a tower
are you going to
after the
blame
town
the
was here?
mayor for the existence of the town?
It's
I just want to know.
so.
Austin landed on him. So.
Have you ever heard of toxic positivity?
I've been told that at times I might be a perpetrator of toxic.
Is this town a super fun site? You have to tell us.
No. What happened is when the founders of this fair town came around, they knew that an evil lich lived in the tower, and due to their toxic positivity, felt that by creating a town that celebrated such wonderful, beautiful moments, they could affect the lich with some sort of good vibes or auras. And unfortunately, it did not work. But up to this point, of course, the lich has kept its distance, and so this is all very new. But yes, the tower was
So what
there
you're
when the
saying
town
is
was
the
formed.
real estate was cheap.
Right. That's one way of looking at it.
Do you feel that
Yes.
as a mayor you get a fair salary?
That is a very good question. Something I
Let's
will
sit
have
down.
to spend.
Let's really talk this through.
It's something I'll have to spend
Yeah, also,
another day
never mind the
pondering.
land.
But you understand,
How did you
right?
land on mayorship versus, say, a town council or even a town meeting format?
you see Charles Bad sort of go in a moment of just like staring out into the distance. It's almost like you can hear his ears ringing. And then he stomps his foot on the ground and he says, okay, here's the deal. It's my understanding that according to the note, Dresden is going to drop all of the items into the astral plane somewhere where you will not be able to find them. And that means that your items, as much as the items for the town, will not be found if you do not get them there, if you do not get them before sunrise of Mirthmas Day. It is almost sunrise on Mirthmas Day. Do you want to recollect your items at the very least?
You woke us up before sunrise?
I finally stand up in a very like languid sort of noble way and walk to the center of the room and basically just take command and say, all right, yes, of course, we want to get our things back, and that is what we will do. Do you have any equipment that you can outfit us with that will help us, since we don't have our main gear, unless
Perhaps
our
a sled
actual
dog,
gear is someplace that we haven't noticed yet, but I don't
Ooh.
see what I was expecting
some
to see when I woke
Go
up.
waffles.
Well, this is the good news. And you see Charles Bad sort of open up his little coat and dig into like beneath his clothing and pull out a key, and it gleams. And he says, as I mentioned, we invite adventurers here every year for adventurers, and part of the investment that we have done is to create a very safe location where powerful items can be stored so that when someone has 7 liters of eggnog, they don't use those items to destroy the town or anyone else, but that they can also be protected, that our town doesn't become a place where, those horrible, horrible things, heists happen. Yes, we wouldn't want that.
My face almost twitches, but it doesn't quite.
So yes, your equipment is safe, and he takes the key and he hands it to Lady Sousa specifically and says, you can head into the room next door where you will find a trapdoor that is magically sealed. That key will unlock it, and your items are stored there.
Thank you. We will be on our way shortly. I know the way to the mountain. Totally researched it ahead of time just in case. And
It's up.
and then we will be on our way unless you have any other advice in terms of what we might encounter or how to get there.
Yes, there is a bit of advice I have for you. It is important that you are mindful of the fact that the mountain is a little bit, what's the word? Dangerous, frankly, right now, because of the blizzard. And so it may be a little bit of a trek up the mountain, and you may want to get started sooner rather than later because the blizzard is oncoming. But I thank you, Lady Souza, and he bows low and deep and says, I thank you, all of you, for helping to bring back the good vibes of this good city of Ostenwald.
I thank you for concocting an eggnog contingency plan. I think this is great leadership. I think that you should ask the whoever's above the mayor for a raise, and perhaps is your staff unionized?
We've been talking about it.
Oh, okay. So I won't tell.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wolf Kaminsky, you are a pleasure to talk to, and I learned quite a bit last night from you about seizing the means of production, and I do thank you for that. Very interesting conversation. Yes. I must be on my way to make sure that the vibes are immaculate in the rest of the city. Thank you all. Thank you, Zindalar. Bye.
I'm already halfway out of the room.
Just
as everybody else is leaving, Reza looks around at like an empty room as people are doing things and just goes, "What is a vibe?"
I think there must be something maybe the mayor has some kind of anti-magic field because he's just not responding to the charisma that is baked into my character. Micah, I need to remind you, past dungeon master to current dungeon master, that Zindalar has a charisma of 22. So
while that may be true.
Charisma goes both ways.
And once one has seen
magnitude, not
once one has
seen
a person absolutely tanked on eggnog, there's a new lens that they see. There's an eggnog colored lens that they see them through.
So I may have burned through my first through 9th impression with him last night. Got it.
Yes, and you don't necessarily remember all of what was involved, but
were we allowed to bump our stats above 20? I thought that was a no.
Oh boy, is this a bad time to tell you my strength is 29?
Well, Erica.
Too late to rebuild my character now.
My charisma is not naturally a 22, but I was for one of my wondrous items, which again I feel like the mayor is just totally not respecting. I have studied the forbidden knowledge of the Tome of Leadership and Influence, which I think is basically like a wondrous item written by Andrew Carnegie, which makes my charisma just way better than it normally
Dale
is.
Carnegie.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So you all,
mine's 20, so there.
You've been given a key, and this key will let you collect basically the equipment that you have out of game. What I mean is your character sheet equipment is all there. The wondrous items that are not from your character sheet and all of the magical doodads and goodies that you had collected along with the town, that is what Dresden took. So everything that you put in your character sheet, you have. It's all been stored in this special vault.
So we get a montage of everybody suiting up, like putting like armor on and like sheathing swords.
What if it was
I'm a sorcerer? I'm holding a book. I guess I pick
what if
it up.
It was like a ring that I would not have taken off for a party with like.
If you were still wearing it.
Yeah, okay.
You're good.
I was totally wearing it. Okay.
Yeah, basically he saw anything with in a package.
He stole all the Mirthmas presents.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all the presents were taken. So yeah, you all suit up. And would you like to head to the base of the tower?
Yeah. I just say, come with me. It's this way. And I just start walking.
Awesome.
Wolf
so You are actually guided to the base of the tower by an older gentleman. And when you get to the base of the tower, you are simply told that a blizzard is oncoming. And because of that, you should be very careful making your way up. And so what we're going to do for this portion of the adventure as we make our way up the tower, which we're calling the Crumpet Mountain Ascent, is that you are going to have some group checks to determine how well things go. There are kind of 3 parts to this ascent. And so the first part is navigating the path. Over time, things have started to, there have been parts of the path that have crumbled. As snow has gathered, it might get in your way. And so as you make your way up past this first path and the snow starts to fall, we're going to have 3 different types of skill checks. We'll have survival, perception, and athletics. If the, so if, I guess it would be 3 of you, right? Because it needs to be, the majority need to get a skill higher than whatever the DC is. Then
Mike,
you...
can we talk about when my intimidation skill will come into play?
It
Can
will,
I, in
trust me.
some way, cow the mountain?
You cannot cow the mountain. The mountain cannot be cowed, unfortunately. So
Can I curry favor with the mountain?
you can use as much charisma as you want on the mountain. I think it doth not care about your 20,
This thing must be made of stone.
20,000 charisma. So let us begin to have you all make your way up the mountain. So as you reach the base, and the old man kind of steps away and says, "Good luck." You look
Thanks, random old man.
out in front of you.
Thank you.
I feel like we're just starting to get to know him, and he was just starting to break through his icy demeanor. And really
He
open
loved
up to
you.
us.
He thought you were great,
okay.
Zindalar.
Oh yeah, but I wanted to know him. You know,
Well, too bad.
it goes both ways with Zindalar. That's part of his
Honestly, what's
charm.
funny is you didn't really need a guide to get to the base of the mountain because
You mean because it looked like it was roughly within view of the place
Yes.
that you had to stay?
And
Is
there
that just a guy
one
who
road
told
out of
us he was
town?
our guide and we didn't really have an
it
option?
may very well have been.
Did he ask for
yeah.
a tip? Did we have to pay him at the
There
end?
was no
or-
tip involved. I mean,
Also,
look,
his hours are awful. He's out.
would you
giving
like to
directions
role
in the
play
middle of the-
walking to the base of the mountain? Because
No.
I'm okay.
Don't
thank
call,
you.
don't
All right,
don't call that
left,
bluff.
Left foot, right foot, left foot. Right foot.
It's
that was
like
a
in
mistake, Micah.
Pokemon when there's the guy that forces you to learn how to catch a Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, I know how to do this.
Should we just check that there's not a 5th player character hiding behind like a bush or something?
Would you like to check if there's a 5th player character
No.
hiding behind a bush?
No, I'm just griefing you.
Okay.
You shouldn't tolerate that kind of thing.
Well, I just can't help it with all the charisma. All right, so you reach the base of the mountain, and it is time to make your way up. I need a survival check from all of you as you start to look at what path you should take.
Guys, I
boy.
just remembered my character is great at charisma and nothing else. This is not good.
The DC is 15 for this survival check.
I rolled a
Nope.
20.
Is there a way that you can charm like an 11 up to a 15?
So I hear 2 fails and 1 success. How did Wolf Kaminsky
I
do?
got a 23.
Okay, so 2 successes, 2 failures. In that case, you know what? I think we're going to play this part separately.
I'm not good at the outdoors. I like buildings and caves.
So we won't do group checks for this part. So as the 4 of you are kind of making your way up,
I forgot to stretch before we
Reza
we
and Wolf
left the house.
Kaminsky, you two are kind of spotting the trail that is available. And I think what happens, unfortunately, Zindalar, now we can just say it, and Lady Souza, who are kind of moving behind the 2 of them, you end up, unfortunately, stepping on a stone that... when it moves, starts to bring more stones, that starts to bring more stones, that starts to bring more stones. And so because of that, it causes the party to get buried in a little bit of snow and stones, causing all of you
And
to receive 4 bludgeoning damage. So each of you experiences a bludgeoning.
Ouch.
All right, great start, guys.
A light bludgeoning, yes.
Yep.
All right. Now, as you're continuing to move along up the mountain, perhaps chatting a little bit amongst yourselves, you need to
Watch out
be
for rocks.
on the lookout exactly for more hidden dangers. So, you're looking for those loose rocks. Let me have a perception check from everyone. DC 12.
Okay, I'm much better at that. Oh, except that I rolled a 2. Oh, but it doesn't matter that I rolled a
7.
2 because this is a skill that I get to add my proficiency bonus to, which means I can automatically make that a 10.
Woo!
And then,
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Character sheets have stuff on them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what I
Stuff
do?
on them.
but
Yeah,
my,
I got
my-
stuff.
Yeah, but I haven't actually used this before, so I don't know if that means I still get to add my
Right, do you
normal
add the...
thing on top of that.
No,
or
I
would
don't
it
think. I basically think what it means is you can generally. Well, no, hold on. I'm trying to remember now. I think it means you can sub your roll for a 10.
That's
been a
what
long
I was
time.
thinking.
I haven't played by Rogue in a while.
Just gonna
Well-
double check because then it would be a 16.
Okay, so while you look that up, who passed the DC 12 perception check? Okay, Wolf Kaminsky,
Not me.
you spot some loose stones and you dodge out of the way of them. Reza?
Yeah, I got 6. Not great.
Okay. As you are walking along, you are kind of right behind Wolf Kaminsky, who slid out of the way. And perhaps Wolf was about to warn you, unfortunately did not warn you in time. And so I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh, good news. I'm all good about this one, I think.
We'll call
By
this
the way, Erica, I think, you treat the roll as a 10, so you're good.
Great, thank you.
DC 12.
Okay, DC 12. What did I roll? I got a 12.
Nice. So you avoid falling into a crevasse, thankfully. So you just
Also,
narrowly
technically, I
skirt
have
that.
forgot I had +5 on all saves, as does everybody basically around me, so that's technically a 17.
Nice.
Wow.
So yeah, you're doubly good. Zindalar, what was yours?
7.
Oh, a 7. Okay.
But you're near me.
Let's
You're
do a
near- you're near
dexterity
me.
saving
Are
throw
you
from
within?
you.
Yeah. If you're
Little
within
7?
30 feet of me, I think you get +5
Probably within-
to the saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Level
that's good,
20
'cause I'm gonna
characters
need
are
it.
crazy.
Right?
I rolled a critical fail.
No. So a
No.
6.
I think
But
it
anything that can
modifies
fix
to a. I mean, I don't know if that matters.
Okay, so it
but I
modifies
think-
to an 8, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Erica, Lady Souza, you're safe. What you all see happen is you see kind of cartoonishly, Zindalar starts sort of skating over the top of some stones and then falls backward, kind of down the hill a little bit and would start to roll, but something happens. Zindalar, what happens?
I think I just fall, face over tea kettle off the side of the mountain. So, but then it gets better because I just realized, and of course Zindalar is the kind of character that realizes this after climbing up halfway up a mountain. Zindalar can fly. Because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but my granddaddy was a dragon, and so I can tap into my draconic lineage at times, and I just sprout dragon wings as a bonus action to gain a flying speed equal to my current walking speed, and I am just going to flap along next to all of you on the way up the mountain.
Wonderful.
The way you did that was so charismatic.
It was, and yet, if I had just started flying before, I would not have gotten pelted with snow and ice or fallen or several things. But the important thing is that we all learned something.
That you can fly.
Yeah.
You learned that I can fly. I also learned that.
Good work. The last check
I
I'll
knew
need
it,
from
but I
you.
never tried. I was always like, what if it hadn't worked? So,
as you get past this next hurdle, so to speak, you are getting closer to kind of the midway point of the mountain, and I am going to need an athletics check from you because you're starting to face some steep slopes and also deep snow. So you're having to trudge through the snow.
How do those affect, just hypothetically, a
For
sorcerer
you,
who can fly?
I need no check from you. The blizzard isn't windy enough yet for that to be a concern for you. So everybody else, please give me an athletics check, DC 14, to traverse these steep slopes.
Is there anything I can do to be like helping? Should we be like tied together so we don't lose ourselves in like
I will allow you if you'd like to tie yourselves together.
I don't know why my sorcerer, who is mainly good at books, has these things, but I do have rope obviously is a thing that some Dungeons and Dragons characters have, but I have a hammer and python, so I feel like I could be like doing a guide thing, especially if we have to go up anywhere. It seems like, why not have Zindalar fly up to the top and put a rope in, and rather than you having to free climb it.
If that's the case, I'll give you all advantage on these athletics checks.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 19, thank God, on the first one. And that's
people are starting to see the appeal of Zindalar. He brought rope, and he can fly.
I've had a real roller coaster with this roll. I rolled a 5 plus 2, and then I added 5 because of Reza's situation. So I was like, oh, DC 12, I got it. And then you said 14, and then I realized I could add a 4, but then I rolled a 1. So I was at 13, but now I can roll again.
Yay! Oh yeah, because
also my plus.
That is a roller coaster.
I don't think my +5 applies to this because it's an ability check,
1.
not a saving throw. That's not good.
That is not good. Okay, so let's clarify here. Zindalar's okay. Lady Souza, how did you do?
I got a 19.
Excellent. Reza, what were you saying? You're good or not?
Oh, I am good. 26.
Okay, excellent. So, what's going to happen in this case is, basically, Wolf Kaminsky, as you're trying to make it through this snow, what happens to you is you stop and you kind of get stuck for a minute. And as you're trying to pull yourself back, you start to roll back down. Zindalar, no. I will give you the option to give me let's go with a dex. Let's go with a strength check, straight up strength check to stop Wolf Kaminsky from basically having to repeat the athletics. Yeah, just a straight up check. DC 14.
Sorry that I'm bad at these.
Can I give guidance? Or I guess I'm like incapacitated, I guess.
As you fall backwards.
Amazingly, I have rolled a 19, which plus my very impressive +0 strength modifier is a 19.
So that's cool.
You may have, I don't know exactly what happened, but my shoulder may be dislocated.
So Zindalar swoops in just in time to keep Wolf Kaminsky from basically rolling back down a section of the mountain and having to repeat that athletics check and go again. So you all are making...
I don't think I could do that again!
You all are making good time as you continue to make the way. And yes, Wolf Kaminsky?
So after this... harrowing experience where Wolf is just so grateful for Zindalar's the charisma that just seeped into the strength. Wolf decides, it's time for a speech. He loves a speech. Mechanically, this is the inspiring leader feat in which I can give a 10-minute speech.
2 of us have taken this feat, so that's good.
You guys do the speeches like stereo?
Trading, dueling inspiring speeches.
I don't know.
So,
what rap battles, but inspiring speeches.
We could do like a debate tournament. I did high school debate. I'm ready.
As my esteemed colleague, Wolf Kaminsky has told you, this is no time to be disappointed. Believe in yourselves.
Yes.
So what is the outcome of this?
Yes. So I can choose up to 6 allies, including myself. So I guess just the party. Mm-hmm. and
What about
we
that old
get.
man who showed us where to go?
Well, I don't think he's within 30 feet of us anymore, but
No.
if he's been trailing
Quick
us,
perception check.
why not?
Yeah, has he been trailing us? Look, prepared to loot our bodies.
I have blind sense. I noticed.
Okay.
But everyone gets 25 temp HP,
Wow.
which goes away after a short rest.
All right, this is OP.
Well, when
that's
you're at
awesome.
a lower level, it's like 4 HP, but now we're level 20, so.
Awesome. So yes, an inspiring speech from Wolf Kaminsky in the middle of this blizzard, which is hilarious to me. There's sort of, you'd have to shout as the wind is whipping by. And
I mean, I
shouting.
imagine Wolf like cape is going everywhere, so that's part of the effect, right?
yeah, that would
Oh
actually.
yeah, I have a
be
cloak of
inspiration.
billowing, so.
Very
Oh
inspiring.
wow! So it's double billowing, yeah, in the blizzard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wolf
Almost
just
Reza, how
shouts.
good? Just checking, how good would your speech have been?
Oh, amazing! You just filled with roars.
I mean,
of
like,
a mane,
if you-
a mane.
no, I mean,
my
I'm
whole
just-
mane buffing in the ring.
I'm not really. If you had to quantify it in terms of number of, shall we call them, temporary hit points, we would have gained.
Oh, also 25.
But did we both actually give speeches?
No, save that for later.
Yes.
I
save it.
they don't
I
stack.
ceded the floor to my esteemed colleague.
All right. So you wonderful moment where you were just saved from falling back down the mountain. You felt inspired. You chose to inspire your colleagues, your friends, whatever they happen to be to you at the time, companions, and
Buddies.
buds. The blizzard intensifies with each step upwards, challenging not just the physical
Sometimes.
strength, but also the endurance against the cold. This is where things will start to affect you again, Zendalar. The relentless snow and chilling winds threaten to sap you of your strength, turning every step into a battle for survival. I need each of you individually to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15, to resist the extreme cold.
Okay,
No, we
this
all
one
get
you
plus
do
5,
all have
right?
+5 as long as you're within 30
Okay.
feet. Yep.
All right. Constitution. Again.
You
not my
want to
strong suit.
save on this, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I rolled 15 on the die, so that's a 20.
Good.
16.
19.
So
Well,
just wait.
19 plus 5, I guess.
Nice.
All right, so everybody saved. How about Zendalar?
I got a 17. I have to say, I am not entirely sure why my character has such a wild Constitution modifier for saving throws. So I'm like questioning that as I look at this. But I got a very high number according to D&D Beyond. So
Nice.
I have plus 11 to Constitution saving throws. Does that seem possible?
Maybe
Well, I have
I
a
got
plus 11 to
16
my-
on charisma.
And I have plus 11 to dexterity. So it's probably
Okay.
baked into one of your abilities or
It
something.
must be baked into something. I have a
You
lot
were
of
just
things.
so
so
inspired.
exactly. Wolf
my-
Kaminsky
that my
inspired you.
physical constitution was also so yeah. Okay.
All right, and so
I
then,
guess I won't question it.
as you continue to make your way through now the whipping winds, you are faced with looking into the face of Mother Nature herself. And so I need each of you to make a nature check that will help you kind of prepare and predict how the wind might change. So you're kind of looking out, you're seeing how things are going. This is a simple DC 13.
Ugh, simple. Yes.
Yep. Nature, not my
Usually-
strong suit. I rolled a 3.
Usually Sue's is like unflappable, but this sucks. Like regardless of what I roll right now, which was a 2, that brings me up to a 4. I was not going to be looking very happy, and now I'm looking really unhappy.
So Wolf may or may not have rolled a nat 1.
No, not again.
He was just
Somehow
so
Zendalar.
inspired that he was a little careless.
That's fair. That's fair.
Zendalar rolled a 22, so I
Nice.
don't know what's going on back behind me.
you, Zendalar, with that kind of heightened look above everything, you look out and you can see the trees, and you can even see sort of the whirls of the snow in the air, and you're able to kind of use that. You kind of go into that mode where the calculations are playing in front of you, and you realize how the wind's going to change, and you kind of ride those currents. Your three companions, however, struggle.
I'm
And
just wandering in circles behind me.
because you failed those nature checks, I need another Constitution saving throw from you, DC 15, to resist the extreme cold.
All
Actually,
right.
tieflings are very good at fire, so I don't know what's going on here. This isn't one of the.
Okay.
Micah, you would tell us if this was a secretly fire snow, right?
I would, yes.
I got an
Thank
18.
you.
Do we
It's the law.
still get +5?
On a saving throw, yes. A saving throw, yes.
Okay. So that brings me to 14, but I can use Pact of the Talesman to add a D4 to my roll. So assuming I don't get a 0 on my D4, which is not possible, I should get 15.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, I got a 1, so that's 15.
All right, so you've saved, Lady Souza, you saved,
Yep.
Reza?
Nope,
No.
rolled an 11.
Okay, so the three of you are able to kind of keep struggling along, but you see Reza, who's used to basking in the sunlight, feeling the warmth. This is a Leonin a little bit out of place, and given that, I'm afraid you take on one level of exhaustion.
Ooh.
All right. Luckily, you are able to keep moving along to the last and final segment of the mountain on your way up. You reach a snow-covered plateau where the wind dies down, but the silence seems ominous. A large, shadowy figure and a faint growl indicate the presence of a predator.
It's not Reza.
It is not Reza in this case. Reza,
More of a moan.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, is that a growl or a moan? I need a stealth check from each of you. Actually, this will be a party stealth check. If, I guess, 2 or more of you save on this, DC 17, or sorry, not save, but pass the DC of 17, then you will, as a party, be able to pass this stealth check.
Looking forward
Am
to
I
rolling a
able
stealth
to-
check. Disadvantage +1.
Am I able to cast Pass Without a Trace?
I
Or
don't
is it
see why
like...
not.
Okay, cool. I was like, I don't know if it's now that you've already said it, I'm like, wait, let me go back and do a thing.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, everyone has +10 bonus to stealth checks, so rock and roll.
Awesome.
It's gonna be real sad if we still botch this.
So 18
It'll all be on us, not on
for
you.
Reza.
No, 8 for me. That was 18
41.
for Zindlar, I think. Yeah.
But that was 8 plus the 10 from Pass Without Trace?
Yeah, Dan, you get +10 for Pass Without
Right,
Trace.
right,
You
right.
get
Yeah.
What's the DC?
Sorry, I was looking at
17.
the disadvantage. Still just
Okay, I'm
thinking,
gonna
how did I
add
still
my-
roll so low?
Thing again.
Yeah, with that extra, I got a 41.
I figured. Zindalar, what was
Rogues.
yours?
I guess I'm up to a 28 with the +10. I was at
Okay.
an 18 before that.
So 2 of you have passed, so regardless, as a group, you're able to do it.
Everybody's like, where the heck did Lady Souza go?
Is she behind us? Was she secretly the old man who took us to the bottom of the mountain?
She's part of us all now.
I'm really good at disguise. It's true.
So you all are able to sneak along and make it to the next part.
Do we manage to identify what the predator guarding the plateau was, or it's
Well, so
irrelevant?
you're still kind of on the plateau area. You have just gotten the creature, whatever it was sort of prowling around this area, and you were able to sneak past it. So it is behind you, probably. But if you'd like to do some perception checks or nature checks, you might learn a little bit more about it if you'd like.
Yeah, I feel
yeah, I'll
like
do a nature
maybe,
check. What I-
and also maybe being as cocky as I totally am, knowing how stealthy I am, I may have purposely snuck a little bit close to it as I was sneaking past to be able to look at it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
My perception is a 20.
All right.
I got a critical success on nature to study the tracks and, I don't know, smells.
Ooh.
So as you sniff the snow, and Lady Souza traipses past the creature,
I'm skipping at this point. I got a
skips past the
41.
creature. You know that what you see is a Yeti, but it is no normal Yeti. It is much bigger.
Is it an abominable Yeti?
It is not an abominable Yeti. It is something
A dire
else. Could be a dire Yeti. You're not
Is it a dragon
sure.
Yeti? I don't know if that's a thing.
It's luckily not a dragon Yeti. From the tracks, you
Is
can
it
tell it's
two
not a dragon
Yetis,
Yeti.
one standing on top of the other, leaving a single set of tracks?
That's all you know.
Okay. I rolled a critical success. I don't
Yes,
know
and from the
how
tracks,
many
you
Yetis-
know it's a Yeti, but and you know it's not a dragon
All
Yeti.
right.
You asked lots of questions that I
Okay.
answered.
you know? Does that
You
Yeti
think
know
it's
how
just a bigger
charismatic I am?
Yeti than you would normally face. Is essentially it's
So
some
we're
sort of-
glad we snuck past. Is the takeaway?
you are glad that you snuck past.
So-
That was probably
Just
not a friendship Yeti.
A thing to bring to the attention of the group. Now that I have one level of exhaustion, I have disadvantage on all ability checks, which is not going
Let's
to be
go.
great
Mm.
for helping us. Does anybody happen to have greater restoration, which I think is the only way to remove a level of exhaustion?
I'm not a
Check.
spellcaster.
That really
Let's
seems
see.
like a sorcerer
I do
thing.
not.
Would you like to be on fire or have your
You know,
soul twisted?
it's funny. I did just look up ways to remove exhaustion, and the other option besides that was there's one other option that might work. You could kill someone and bring them back to life with a revivify.
Oh my god! No.
So someone
What
could
about-
kill you and revivify you.
Do you know what happens if chain lightning is used on you? Do you know?
I
You
bet
don't know.
Dresden
I'm just
would
saying.
do that for you.
It sounds real tired, like real tiring
can-
and exhausting
Okay,
to get
Dan.
murdered and brought back.
Sorry, Reza. I mean, I feel like I should probably save this for another situation, but I could use the wish spell to make you less tired.
Excuse me.
What
Wow.
what could go wrong?
Yeah,
Well-
I mean, also
It would
magical
really
and
ruin
warm.
the fun to use
It's
the
all
wish
good.
spell to get the presents back.
I don't know. Speaking as someone who has a 16-month-old, if I had one wish, it would be to be less tired. So
You'd be less tired. Yeah, to be clear, once you would be less tired. Once,
let me tell you,
and then 24
Wor-
hours later,
worth
you'd
it.
be you again.
you know what?
Dan, you could wish for world peace, and you would just
No.
be rested for a
I'm
little while.
very tired. You don't
He's
understand.
too tired to know that.
Bad decision making is part of the problem, Tony.
All right,
that
I'm
just
going
isn't
to
really
let you
we're not
all
doing this.
choose as you are continuing to move along. You're making your way to kind of the last part, and you can either make an athletic or an acrobatics check to climb some steep inclines or cross treacherous terrain. So
I'm
let's
always
Better at
go.
one of those if I
Let's do
have
it one by
wings.
one. Wolf Kaminsky, athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I will do acrobatics.
Okay. Oh, and I should say DC 15 for traversing
right.
this.
That's a 9 plus 3 is 12. Might as well use my Talesman again to add a d4. Oh, that's a 3. So I guess that's 15.
Nice. So yes, you narrowly. You said acrobatics again, or was that what you?
Yes.
Yeah. So you see Wolf Kaminsky kind of, I would say, do sort of a front flip kind of, and then whoa, and then at the last second, sort of balance yourself as you continue to traipse along. Reza.
Fortunately, Reza seems tired, but he's like girding himself. I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna make it through. So even with disadvantage, I rolled a 27.
Nice.
Wow.
Good work.
Athletics, the only thing I'm good at.
Lady Souza.
Acrobatics for sure. I wasn't happy with the 7 on the die, but that's still a 24.
Holy goodness. All right. And last but not least, Zindalar.
Would having wings make me better at one of these things?
Actually, I forgot I had advantage on that. So whatever 19 plus 17 is, that's what I really got.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What that is a lot.
Is that like
Or Zindalar.
36?
Mhm.
I'm going to say
maybe not so much.
No, I'm going to say it would. Yeah, you're flying.
Yep.
So I think what I'm going to have you do is a stealth check instead, because you're
Okay.
buzzing around like a bumblebee.
Equally bad at that as I am at athletics and acrobatics.
So DC.
But you
You
still
sure I
have plus
can't-
10.
15.
Oh, whoa. Micah, can I use my persuasion skill against you to somehow make this like a history check? Rolling
History-
stealth now.
Okay, I was going to say no, not a history check.
Well, but
I
if it's
rolled
stealth, you
a
still
3.
Yeah, plus. Oh golly, plus 10 is 13. The DC's
It's still
15.
not very good. Yeah.
So Zindalar, tell me how you, I don't know, crash into the ground, thereby causing a large echo. That what does failing that stealth check look like as a
I
flying
imagine
creature?
Zindalar, proudly flaps up the kind of dangerous, kind of rocky terrain that we're all trying to navigate, and lands on a perch at the top, feeling pretty good about himself. But I've got these little kind of like goat hooves, and I land somewhere, and I knock some pebbles, and those pebbles knock other pebbles, and those pebbles knock rocks, and there may be a small scale avalanche happening below us, but very loudly.
And yes, as it very loudly careens down, making clacking, clashing, roaring sounds over the top.
And then as that settles down, I say, "Is everyone okay?" Okay.
And you hear as a very large Yeti, which we will call a Yeti Alpha, approaches you from below.
I was hoping it'd be a Yeti Omega.
What do you do?
Where am I relative to my compatriots?
That's up to you. So yeah, kind of arrange yourself on this map based on how you think you would be as you're making your way up the tower. Just kind of keep yourselves below this point here.
Well, I think that I did roll very high on nature before, and one thing I know is that Yetis don't like fire. They are afraid of it. So I'm just going to open up with a firebolt cantrip, if given the chance.
Okay, so it sounds like battle is in your future.
Oh,
so
you thought we were going to barter with the Yeti?
I just wanted to give
Maybe
people the opportunity.
Trade-
I was going to try.
Trade
I was going to try to
some
intimidate it away, but I guess our opening gambit has been played.
You know what else is intimidating? Fire.
It's true.
So the Yeti is rolls quite well. You all can roll initiative and let me know what you get so we can add you to the turn order.
Well, I rolled a nat 20, but that's not really helpful on an initiative roll.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
not
What's your plus?
Plus 3.
Plus
so
3?
23.
Okay.
It's just disappointing when you roll a nat 20 and it's
I know,
like...
it's like, for this?
Yeah.
Let me see. Add
What if
you-
you had rolled a nature check and Micah wouldn't even tell you if it was two Yetis on top of each other? I'm just hypothetically here.
Is it
Ladies-
3 Yetis in a trench coat?
Lady Sousa?
Yeah.
I rolled crappy and got 13.
13.
Oh, I can
and
get under that.
Reza,
I got a 2.
a 2.
Thanks being exhausted. I'm so tired. I didn't even realize there was a Yeti there.
All right. So, Wolf Kaminsky, you are first.
Cool. I'm going to use the aptly named Charm Monster.
Okay.
You attempt to charm a creature you can see within range, must make a wisdom saving throw, and wait. Oh, it does so with it. So it does a wisdom saving throw with advantage, and if it fails, it is charmed by me.
Okay.
So 22 DC wisdom saving throw, I guess.
Woofa doofa. Okay, so
But you have
20
advantage.
22.
Well,
I
have
do
we-
get it.
Have we fought it yet? I guess we're in combat with it, so yeah.
Oh, does it require you to have hit it or something?
Oh no, it's just that if we're fighting it, it gets advantage.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So then, no, I guess I wouldn't get advantage because it's roaring at you, but it's not. Okay, so
Well,
this is
you
great.
make the rules.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Yeti Alpha is immune to being charmed.
No.
So as you cast that spell, you see the Yeti's eyes go to that like kawaii, that sort of beautiful big black pupils with the little white dots on them, like oh, and then suddenly it just lets out this little sniffing sound and shakes its head, and then it locks eyes with you, Wolf Kaminsky.
Ugh.
Anything else you'd like to
Well-
do on your turn? Because I'm sure there are a trillion things you can do.
Well, as my bonus action, you guys are never gonna guess, but Wolf Kaminsky is a shifter. What do you think he could turn into?
A dentist?
A Yeti?
Yeti?
A wolf.
Oh,
I guess
Don't
that makes
say.
sense.
right. I thought he was
So,
a wolf already. So
Okay, the icon is misleading. It's just, his name's Wolf, but he can shift into a wolf. Maybe
Nice.
he's like two wolves at the same time. But basically, that just gives me 12 temporary hit points. So, Wolf is rich in temp health.
Nice. Okay.
Doesn't
So
I won't stack with your other ones though, so it doesn't really.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay,
no,
then maybe.
10 hit points don't
well,
stack.
Well, I'm still just going to do it
You're
as
still rich in
for vibes.
temporary hit points though.
Yeah. I'm
and
I'm
you're
still going to transform for vibes.
ferocious wolf form. Maybe that'll
Wolf
confuse
vibes.
the Yeti to not want to attack you. We'll see. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Wolf?
No, that's it.
All right. It is the Yeti Alpha's turn, and the Yeti Alpha is going to just go for I think it's going to, I did say it looked at you. So you are able to see, yeah, you're able to see the Yeti. The Yeti is able to see you, and it locks eyes with you. I need you, Wolf, to make
Sorry, the Romeo and Juliet music just started playing in my head.
a
The
DC
Yeti's like, hey, I saw you across the bar and I liked your vibe.
exactly the vibes. A DC 18 Constitution saving throw. I'll remind you, you get a +5 on that.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a 2 plus 5 plus 3, which is probably, we're having fun here.
Yeah, having fun. Okay, so you fail on that, which means that you are paralyzed for 1 minute, unless for some reason Wolf Kaminsky is immune to cold damage for. Oh man, do I even have enough? 5, and I just need one more. One more. There you are.
Somehow,
6.
Wolf has no immunities despite being this level 20 god.
Oh, well, probably immune to gum disease.
Exactly. Well, canonically, he did make some great strides in dentistry.
Good job.
Like, all the kids in their Mirthmas presents also got a little thing of floss, but that's not the only present. It's just like a little thrown into the bag. So we got to get that back from the Lich.
I mean, I've been there. That was a grandparent special.
Same. My great grandparents, they would always do these amazing. They were stockings,
okay.
but they had in them like floss and stuff. I don't know which one of these is paralyzed, so we're just gonna go with that one. So,
Sad.
Wolf Kaminsky, you were paralyzed for 1 minute, which works out to what, 6 rounds?
Yeah.
All right, so this is your potential damage. All right, so you take 6, 11, 16, 22 cold damage, Wolf.
How close am I to Wolf?
It looks like you're within 15 feet of Wolf.
Not within 5 feet?
Not within 5 feet of Wolf.
Rats.
Yes, there are rats within 5 feet of Wolf.
What? I'm never more
you-
than 5 feet from a rat.
Just so you know, Wolf, you're able to repeat that Constitution saving throw at the end of each of your turns to break free of the paralysis. So so you don't have to wait 6 rounds basically, necessarily if you can pass that. All right, I think that's all the Yeti is going to do for now. Yes. So it is Lady Souza's turn.
All right. Okay, so am I like right up in
You are up in its grill.
in its grill? Okay, is there anybody else? Like is Reza
Yes.
right here up in its grill?
I would say Zindalar is up in its
Okay,
grill. And
I just want to make
Wolf.
sure I get sneak attack.
Yeah,
Is-
confirmed.
Okay. Yep.
Even though I hate it.
All right, so I am going to use. I'm going to pull out my moon-touched rapier and make my attack with my main hand with that, and that is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. Then that is 1d8 plus 5 piercing damage. That's 9 piercing damage. And then sneak attack.
Do you have all your dice ready?
I do. I set them aside. All right. So
Ready to
That's-
do some math.
3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 1 is 20, plus 6 is 26,
Oof.
plus 4 is 30, plus 6 is 36, plus 3 is 39 sneak attack damage.
Ugh. That is a very annoying attack.
And then with my bonus action, I will use the dagger in my other hand to try to slice it. And that is a 22, 23 to hit. And
That hits.
this is a lot less impressive because it's literally just 1d4. One more point of damage.
Boy, that's
poke,
just
it
like
was-
annoying.
What happened is you stab out, I think, and you hit the nail on the hand of the Yeti, and then it just barely slides to the left of the nail and causes a hangnail on the Yeti. And the Yeti is so annoyed by it.
That's-
Sticks its
yeah.
thumb in its mouth and like is sucking on its thumb a little bit.
Oh.
Pretty harsh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, quite cruel. This is animal cruelty. Lady Souza, anything else you'd like to do on your turn, or that you can do on your turn?
Nope, that is it for now.
All right. Then we move along to the flying whirligig, Zindalar.
Hello. Speaking of animal cruelty, I will cast Firebolt on this thing. 16 is not a great roll.
16 is
Oh.
not a great roll.
Can I do anything about that?
Yeah, before I...
Can I cast? I don't know. Sorry, learning my high level character. Is there some kind of sorcery point I can spend to be better at magic? Does not
Might
look
be.
like it.
Okay. Well, in that case, you go to strike out with your firebolt, and I think as your fingers get warm to hit the bolt, it causes some snowflakes to melt near your face. They get in your eyes. Your eyes get a little blurry,
no.
and so your firebolt goes off to the side, and you just barely miss the Yeti. And now, is there anything else that you'd like to do? I'm sure you've still got bonus actions and whatnot.
I think that's about it, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, okay. Well then,
Yeah.
in that case, it's Reza's turn.
Reza
Nope,
stalks
actually,
forward.
sorry, it's not.
Oh,
Because I'm a thief, a very high level thief, which
Do you
means
steal
on my
turns?
first, I get 2 turns on the
that's
first
right.
round, unless I'm incapacitated, and it's at my minus 10, so I go at 3, which is still before Reza.
Reza
Rogues.
resheathes his sword and steps backward.
All right, so second verse, same as the first, at least to start with. Moon touched rapier, pulling that out to try to attack, and that is a 22 to hit.
that'll hit.
Yep. And so that's going to do 3 plus 5, so 8 piercing damage. And then guess what? This is a separate turn, so I still get more sneak attack.
I'm not even gonna get hit on this guy.
Well, we'll see. We got 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Plus 5 is 20. Plus 4 and 1 is 5 is 25. Plus, let's see, 4 is 29. Plus 2 is 31. Plus 4 is 35. Plus 6 is 41. Plus 6 is 47.
All right, 47 damage as you strike out.
And
go ahead.
As my bonus action, I'm disengaging and getting the heck out of here.
Good idea. That's a very good idea for you. Yes, Lady Souza, you strike out and I think just Zorro the heck out of this thing. And then at the last second kind of have this moment of realization maybe that it's not great to be next to the Yeti that you've just damaged quite a bit. And so you skip away as you were wont to do.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. Reza, it is your turn.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to do a thing, or am I good? I'm good. All right, this time Razor does talk forward, draws the Holy Avenger sheathed on his back, issues a terrifying roar. Ooh. And implicit within that roar is a challenge to this Yeti. I have cast, as a bonus action, Compelled Duel, which will attempt to compel the Yeti to face me and only me. So have it make a Wisdom saving throw. Please. Okay. DC 19.
DC 19. Well, is this Yeti wise? Let's see. This Yeti is not wise.
Excellent. So, as long as I concentrate on this up to a minute, the creature is drawn to me and has disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone other than me and must make a Wisdom saving throw every time it attempts to move more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
So having done that, I will now launch out with my Holy Avenger and attempt to stab at this terrible creature. That's a 25 to hit, which I assume hits.
Yes, 25 hits.
Okay, that is top. Because I have a Divine Smite, I do a D8 of damage on top of that. And I'm going to spend another spell slot to add 2 more D8s to that. That is a total of, let's see here, 15 additional radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I will, because I have...
Wait, sorry, did I miss the first part of your damage?
Sorry, yeah, 17 damage from the longsword plus 15 radiant damage. So a total of 32. Then I have 2 attacks every time I attack, so I will attack again. That is a 22.
That hits.
And that will do an additional 21 stabby damage plus 1 more d8 of radiant damage. So another 2, so that's a total of 23 on that second attack.
All right. You slash and slice, and that radiant damage shines on that beautiful weapon of yours as it cuts into the very thick flesh of the Yeti. It lets out a roar to try to compete with yours. As its eyes glow blue, it locks eyes now with you, not in a loving embrace, but in one of a desire to see your flesh rended from your body and your carcass thrown from the side of the mountain. Will there be even more horribly descriptive deaths involved in this wonderful holiday adventure? Will Lady Souza skip off the side of the mountain to leave these lingering lingering galoofs behind? Will Zindalar fly away into the distance, making too much sound as he continues on? Will Wolf Kaminsky cause the nearby city to convert to the successful form of communism or socialism? Find out next time on this episode of Total Party Kill, how the Lich stole Mirthmas. Thank you.
Delightful.
Okay, so let's chat. Technically, we said we would end at 7, which is a little bit over 15 minutes from now.
So the Lich is going to surrender, right?
The Lich has
you
indeed
haven't even made it to the
Mirthmas.
tower yet.
Whose fault is that?
Yours?
Yeah, mainly,
Oh, yeah.
mainly yours.
So, what I propose, if literally, Amanda, you're new to this. No one ever holds it against anyone else. If there's one person that's like, no, I'm the one that needs to go right now. We are always very, so don't feel like you have to listen to the rest of the group and determine it based on that. I propose that we take a short little break here physically, like we go up and get some water, use the restroom, whatever we need to do, maybe, 10 minutes. And we come back and we at least finish with this Yeti. And then we can talk about if we want to try to schedule something before the end of the year, or we can do what we've done with Shocktober in the past, which is our October event, where we kind of just meet once a year and continue on with the adventure. I genuinely thought that we were going to be able to do this.
Micah, you always got to budget more time for this group.
Yeah, I know, because this is a short adventure compared to the one that we did for St. Jude. But
Yeah.
I want everybody to be able to step away and think that in their mind. But let me just check. Would we rather spend the next 15 minutes just getting through the Yeti, or do people want to have a quick break and then we come back and finish dealing with the Yeti?
I can take
I'm
a quick
fine.
break and finish the Yeti, at least.
That worked. Yeah. I'm going to have to look at the spreadsheet and figure out if this is just one episode, what happens.
Yeah, I know. That's
That's the tricky thing.
Yeah, I honestly should have kept better track of time, because I could have done it before we got to the Yeti, I guess. That could have been, the first episode? I don't know. It's weird, because this is kind of the first battle, engagement. Okay, at the very least, we will step away. We can finish with the Yeti, and then maybe we can chat about what you want to do next for the rest of the evening. So set your clocks for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Got it.
And then we will be to the stream here. All right, so I will
I
do
took off my antlers because they were hurting my head.
fair enough.
I took off the menorah because it was gonna choke me.
Yeah, that's totally
So
fine.
are we planning on then just finishing like the Yeti combat and then stopping there?
Let's chat about that. Especially Dan. So how do you feel, Dan, about defeating the Yeti and then
I feel great about defeating a Yeti.
getting into the tower? And then
I think that's probably fine. Would be great to be done no later than like 10:45, maybe 45 more minutes. Is that reasonable?
That'd be
that's
great.
reasonable to me. Erica,
Yeah.
is that
Max
reasonable
out
to
there.
you? Amanda, are you okay with that?
And Tony, you're also on my coast, so.
My question to you, Micah, is how much longer do you think it's actually going to take to defeat the Yeti? Because otherwise, I'd rather just have a mid-battle end of an adventure.
Lady Souza gets another round and gets a hit, the Yeti's
There's
going to
no way that thing's not going to last another round. That's my guess.
And we can do quick introductions and stuff for the
let's
episode.
let's make that quick. So this time, introduce yourself and the character that you're playing, and a quick little description of what they look like. So we won't do it like in story this time because they will have listened to the first part. Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Micah Sargent, he, him, your dungeon master for this festive episode of Total Party Kill, How the Lich Stole Mirthmas. I am joined by 4 fantastic players who are joining me currently on the side of a mountain as they continue to try to rescue the town of Ostenwald from the evil that is the Lich who lives in a tower nearby. For the first time but second episode, it is Amanda Silberling. Hello, Amanda.
Hello. Should I explain my character now?
Yeah, please do.
All right, I just went straight into it, but I'm Wolf Kaminsky. Wolf Kaminsky is named after my dentist, Kaminsky Wolf Dental, # not sponsored.
What class is your class and race?
Yeah, Wolf is a warlock shifter. Wolf can shift into a wolf. Pretty crazy. I took this character from a game that I play with my friends, and within that game, Wolf was an old man at first, and then we went through a portal and some crazy magic happened, and now he's like 11. So he's just like a little boy who is also kind of wolf-esque. In Hero Forge, I just made him a wolf, but then I'm like, well, when he's not transformed into a wolf, does he still look like a wolf? Who knows? And he has a pirate hat as a relic of his past adventures as a pirate, aka the campaign he came from is a pirate campaign.
That is wonderful. Thank you for being here with us, Amanda. Also joining us is Erica Ensign.
Hello. Erica Ensign, she, her. I am playing Lady Souza Christina de Guerin, who is a half-elf noble who is also a rogue, but nobody knows that, except for these people who have seen her slice a Yeti's tummy open. If you have seen the Doctor Who episode Planet of the Dead, you know exactly what she looks like.
Also joining us, Dan Morin.
Hello, I am playing Reza, the Leonin Paladin, who basically looks like a giant lion wearing plate armor because it's cool. My pronouns and Reza's pronouns are both he, him.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, the person who typically is your dungeon master, but in this campaign is trying to make me veer off course, it's Tony Sindelar.
It's me, Tony Sindelar. I am playing Zindalar, the enigmatic, charismatic tiefling sorcerer. He's got purple horns, he's got purple feet, he's got a purple tail. He's all purple all the time, here to ensorcel you and provide all your sorcery needs. Zindalar.
And he's got ridiculous charisma.
Yeah, just like me.
He puts the care in charisma.
Alrighty, folks. So last we left off, we were, well, you all were on the side of a mountain. Zindalar had just flown into the air and unfortunately did a boo-boo where it caused an avalanche, and that resulted in a gigantic Yeti called a Yeti Alpha making its presence known. And you are currently battling this Yeti as you are trying to make your way up to Dresden's tower, where you hope to reclaim the stolen gifts of Ostenwald below. So we kick
Just to
things
check,
off.
Michael, we didn't fight 4 previous Yetis, right?
No, you did not
This
fight.
is not Yeti Alpha 5.
This is. I was wondering what I said that led to the being. No. Okay. Anyway, let's get past the groan and get into Wolf Kaminsky, who is kicking off this round of combat.
All right, Wolf Kaminsky, currently paralyzed. Big L for Wolf, but we're gonna try to see if I can unparalyze myself.
DC 18 Constitution saving throw, so you get to add a +5 to that thanks to Reza.
Cool, and I also realized on the break that I do have +1 to saves, so we'll see if that helps at all. So that's an 11 +4 +5 is dirty 20.
Alrighty. You see Wolf Kaminsky break free of the paralysis that was holding him stuck fast. Now, that did happen at the end of your turn, so on your next turn, you will be able to do something if the Yeti survives that long.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. Who knows? The Yeti, whose eyes just flashed blue and locked eye contact with Reza, raises its arms and strikes out at Reza. First with a claw attack. And so let's see what that looks like here. That is going to, I think that's just one hit against you. That is 29.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then the other one is simply 17.
That'll miss.
Okay, so you get, as the 2 claw attacks come out, you receive 18 slashing damage.
Cool. Thanks for those. Thanks to the inspiring speech of my pal Wolf Kaminsky. That's all temporary hit point.
Awesome.
Nice.
And then the Yeti, after slashing out at you, is gonna go for a bite. Let's
go for a bite.
Oh, pizza? Chinese?
Does a
What do you want to do?
22 hit.
Let's get a bite. What was that?
A 22.
Yes, my armor class is 20.
Okay, then that is. I always get the D8s and the D10s confused. There's a D8 and a. Nope, that's not.
D10s they're kind of roundy.
There we go.
They're like tops. You can spin them.
That is 17 piercing damage.
Okie dokie. Well, goodbye temporary hit points, but I'm still totally fine.
All right. The Yeti has no bonus actions, so the Yeti ends its turn. Lady Souza, it's your turn.
I don't have 2 turns on this round, so I'm going to stay back where I am and pull out my little hand crossbow and aim it at the Yeti and see how I do. Let's see. I feel like a 16 probably is not. Have we hit with a 16 or less so far?
You have not hit with a 16 or less. I will tell you that the Yeti's armor class is 17.
Okay, I have a feat called Lucky, so I am going to use one of my luck points, and I'm going to not mark that off. So that means I get to roll an additional d20 and choose which one to use.
Nice.
So there we go. That's a 10 on the die, so that's 21.
All right, that does hit.
Putting away that luck point. Okay, then I get, let's see, a hand crossbow does 1d6. So that is 5 plus 5, so 10 piercing damage, and then I get sneak attack.
Well, I'm going
Because
to take a break. Anybody
My
else?
friends are right there. Okay, let's see. So that's those two equal 10. Those two equal 10, so that's 20.
Uh-huh.
So 20, and then 26 plus 4 is 30. Plus 4 is 34. Plus 1 is 35. Plus 3 is 38. 38.
38 total?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This Yeti is not looking good. I will say
Okay.
that. It is hanging by a thread as a crossbow bolt, I think, just straight into the Yeti's eye.
One of the blue eyes.
One of those blue eyes, yes.
Yep.
It suddenly goes out, and the Yeti is breathing very heavily.
All right. I am going to use my bonus action to hide.
All right. So you skitter away, or perhaps like one of those. I think it's a spider that does it. Sort of buries itself into the sand.
That's
You
exactly
do it
right.
in the snow. Awesome. Zindalar, your turn.
Well, I guess I will try and see what I can do to help finish off this Yeti. Let us try another firebolt, but let us try harder this time. I feel pretty good about a 33.
You should feel good about a 33.
And that is 26 fire damage, plus 6 due to my draconic lineage, brings it up to 32 fire damage.
What does it look like as you roast a Yeti Alpha?
The question is not what it looks like. The question is, what does it smell like as the burning smell of wet carpet fills the
Yeti's
outside?
roasting on an open
Oh.
fire.
It smells like victory.
And Zindalar says, "Sorry about the avalanche."
Well, you folks have successfully defeated the Yeti Alpha. Perhaps some of you, again, your passive perception is so high that it's like walking up to the body and perceiving it to see if there's anything that it has. The Yeti,
not big into pockets. These Yetis.
yeah, they don't have any pockets as far as you can tell, but there's nothing really on the Yeti's person other than you notice
ID?
that it is wearing a necklace that is fashioned from small bones. So it appears that the Yeti is intelligent enough to have created its own jewelry.
Oh no, I feel bad.
Well,
I don't.
What's its style modifier?
Let's see, its style modifier. Oh, it's +0. It's not a very
How are
pretty.
its vibes, Micah?
If we do a vibe check, the Yeti is oddly vibeless.
crispy.
Yeah,
I guess things that are dead are vibeless if you think about it.
indeed. Yeah, they don't vibrate any longer. All right, so you folks successfully defeat the Yeti Alpha, and bolstered by the success, you find your way gets a little bit easier. You know, this plateau that was right before the top of the mountain, or at least the mountain part where Dresden's Tower is much easier to navigate. It's high enough up that the wind, the air's a little bit thinner, and so the wind isn't as bad, and the snow is much thinner and not as much of an issue. So you're able to traipse along, making your way to the Tower of Dresden. You will all be taken to what will look like a large black space, but if you scroll down, you will find
Scrolling.
a
The
section
greatest adventure.
of the map that is available to you and for you to see.
Dynamic
You
lighting.
all arrive at the base of Dresden's Tower. This tower is quite tall, as you might imagine, and you kind of arrive at this little summit area where there's a little bench and some lights. These are torches, and you can walk up these stairs that make their way to the front entrance of the tower. Now, as you're looking up at this stone tower, It rises about 80 feet from the rocky base of the mountain, and it seems to be illuminated all throughout with interesting lights in it. It is the Tower of Dresden the Lich. This cylindrical tower rises from the rock of Crumpet Mountain like the hilt of a gray dagger. Through the myriad windows and arrow slits, you see these strange lights glowing throughout, and over the howl of the blizzard, you could almost swear that you can hear the ceaseless cackle of the mad Lich himself. In the very distance.
Tactical question, friends. Do we enter via the obvious front door, or do we perhaps use some less obvious methods to, say, go in through the top and work our way down?
How were we getting to the top?
Does it look climbable?
Is that a question for me or a question for your friends?
I guess it's a question for you, Micah. Like, what do I see? Do I think it looks climbable?
So as you're looking around the outside, from the look of it, certainly it looks climbable. It is stone. It looks like you could use different tools that you would use, like a climber's kit or something like that, perhaps would be able to help you get through. And you do see some different areas as you're looking around that maybe, the roof itself or the arrow slits that are around the outside might be something that you would be able to use to gain access in some way. If you want more than that, I would need some perception checks.
Just going to point out before we consider this, I still have my disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
My athletics is is very good. So even with disadvantage, a plus 15 is probably going to be okay. But, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I'm okay with either plan.
I will be happy to do whatever the group will do. I'm just pointing out, got wings, can also levitate one of you.
Now, does the tower, is it on like a cliff, or is it like, could we walk all the way around the tower to look at? You can walk all the
way. Yeah, you can walk all the way around it.
Because I'm just curious, maybe there's a secret door somewhere that we could actually just go in a back door, or maybe there's not even a secret back door, like a regular back door.
Like deliveries and such.
Yeah.
Could we pretend to be delivering a pizza?
Yes.
That is also doable. If
Pizza
that is
for
something,
Dresden.
Lady Sousa, that you want to do,
Extra
an
anchovies.
investigation check as you make your way around the tower is what I would require.
Yeah, I'm all about recon, so I would like to do that. I mean, my investigation's not great, but I will give it a try.
I can give you guidance.
Oh, what does that do?
Nice.
You get a D4.
All right, so that is only a 12 until I add the D4. So that becomes a 13.
All right, with a
and I'm being sneaky as I do it. I don't want to be seen.
Cool. So you kind of are sneaking your way around the outside, and with a 13, you aren't aware of any secret doors. You see that these really are. This is a really kind of locked off, blocked off kind of tower that you do have. There are doors. There's the main door that you saw, and there are windows. But you're not seeing much else in terms of entryways. The windows that you see, many of them are just kind of arrow slit windows. But you do see up pretty high what might appear like a balcony that is available. And then, of course, you can see even higher up a roof that is up at the top.
Balcony. How many feet up?
So if the whole tower is 80 feet tall, the balcony is 50 feet up.
That's pretty high.
Possible
but
one of us.
We have somebody who flies. No, we just send up the flying person with a grappling hook.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can levitate one of you up with me. So.
I don't know how much this helps, but I have Updraft, which also I don't know if that's like a real D&D thing or like Wolf has some like my home DM made a custom class based on birds, but I have Updraft, which is as an action, um, creatures within 30 feet must make a strength saving throw, which they can choose to fail, which propels them 30 feet straight up into the air.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
So if
we're-
maybe like we can kind of
Hold on
meet
to the rope.
halfway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I return to the group and I say, "There's a balcony. Can we see the balcony from the front, or is it on the back?"
It is sort of to the north.
Okay. All right. I just appear because I was being sneaky, and suddenly I'm not being sneaky. Hi, everybody.
Sorry, you startled me.
Sneaky.
So there's a balcony to the north. It's about 50 feet up. I recommend that we send Zindalar up with a grappling hook, and we all climb up and enter that way, rather than taking the front entrance, which I feel like is just too expected.
Yeah.
There
It's
is
I
always
feel like
good.
the
There
vibes
is
of this
fill up.
are more interesting.
It's good to be surprising. That's what a life of adventuring has taught me.
as
Now I only have
as-
50 feet of rope, so
As much as I'm inclined to knock on the front door and face this menace head on, I am willing to seek alternate methods to perhaps make our entrance more subtle.
And because we are up against the clock, we don't want all of the everything to be tossed off. So I have silk rope, 50 feet. So
Oh.
between what I have and what probably somebody else has, I feel like we have more than enough rope to get up there. So, but
Yeah, I have hemp rope, 50 feet.
It's,
yeah, that's not
silk
good
rope
enough
and
for
hemp
me.
rope are not compatible. Really, you can't.
Oh no!
Can't connect them. It's like,
Oh,
it's
does anyone
like
have
I
adapter?
have an adapter. I have an
Anyone got
adapter.
dongle
A
for
dongle.
silk
Oh
rope?
my god. I
Rope
hate it.
dongle. Yep. Mhm.
Yep, rope dongle. Yep.
Title.
Mhm.
You know, there's just no USB outlets on these dongles anymore.
That's the worst.
So it sounds like Zindalar is going to be given rope. Give me whoever's going to do the tying. I want a sleight of hand check.
Why don't you
D's-
levitate me up, and I will do that.
Let us do
Or
that.
d- are you
Sorry,
talking-
I'm to
Zindalar-
tie them together.
Oh, okay.
Zindalar is not so great at
DC
notes.
10, so I know you'll probably pass it. But
Oh,
basically,
I
how
I
good
can't
is your
get lower
tying?
than that.
Okay,
It's
then
plus 17.
oh sweet. Well, you're good.
Wow.
Yeah. So you successfully tie the two types of ropes together, and yes, with the dongle.
So sleight of hand, where like that rope was just one rope.
Does somebody who feels like they wouldn't be great at climbing want to lift? It'll cost me a spell slot, but can't take them with me.
Maybe Reza. He
Um,
still looks really tired.
So
Again, I
tired.
do have plus 15. The chances of me even
I could
rolling
also
a
just-
one, I'm
you're
gonna
better
get
than I am.
16.
I
Yeah,
could wish
I
that
have
you're
a plus
better
2 to
The
athletics,
wish.
but
I
I
have
don't
a
know if
plus
it's worth a
0.
spell slot.
I am not a good climber. I climb fast,
All
just
right.
not very well.
Just all right. I think plus 0. I think you're coming with me.
Wee. Yep.
I'm gonna cast levitate. I don't think there's anything super exciting. You just kind of come with me. The way levitate works. Where's the thing on it? One creature or loose object of your choice that you can see
Wait.
within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. As an action, I can choose to move them up with me. The range of the spell is 60 feet, but I'm also going to fly up with you. So we're going to
Great.
go up.
This is super belated, but level 20 characters, a million things you can do. I just realized I have levitate, but through an eldritch feat, it is at will, so I could just keep levitating people.
Oh, nice. So it sounds like
But I'm
all
glad
four
we
of
got
you
to
make
have
your
this
way.
rope moment.
We're
Yeah.
up the tower.
Yeah. So
Do you need us to roll anything, Mike, or you were just considered this time?
no, you are able to.
I'm
make
using.
your
I have to
way.
use a spell slot, right? Or
Yeah, so don't bother.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
use
I think
spell
the
slot.
answer
I
is
can do
Wolf,
it at
Wolf
will.
can do it and without you
All right.
Also, it's
needing a
only
spell slot.
20
So.
feet.
So
Yeah,
if
but you
that's
can
okay.
keep moving upwards.
you can keep
Oh,
moving.
okay, yeah.
if you scroll directly up, you will see that you all have landed on
Oh, we're on the balcony.
the balcony
Yay.
of this.
Raise a grunt. It's a nice view.
So yes, you all, because you're high level characters, have no problem making it to this balcony. as you look in, you see a large, comfortable-looking bed with a purple duvet that clings to a small free wall at the center of the room. A desk, wardrobe, and other embellishments betray this room's function as a bedchamber. There are 2 staircases that lead in and out of this room. To the south, there is a stairway that leads down to the level below, and to the north is one that further ascends the tall tower. A pair of double doors, marks the presence of an outdoor balcony, which is where you are, while a door in the eastern wall probably hides a bathroom.
Does anyone have to go to the bathroom?
We should go now before we go further.
Is the door
You need to think about it. You need to go.
Is the door to the balcony open?
It is not open.
Is it locked?
It is, well, yeah, let me actually, I don't think I think I moved you all too close. Or one of you at least. So the door is, give me a perception check.
Any of us? Or...
17.
Okay. With a 17, you think that it is more than locked. In fact, you think there's some sort of
locked.
magic involved.
Does this guy arcane lock his balcony doors?
I mean, we are proof that that's
what
a good idea.
jerk move. Anybody got knock
I don't.
or dispel magic?
I think
Hey, sorcerer, what you got?
Let me just.
I got something. I know I have something that can remove magical from things. What was it? It's not teleportation circle. It's not fireball. The spell's already been cast, so it's not counter spell.
Fireball in a pinch kind of opens a lot of doors.
I mean, I have a crowbar. Like, I can just go with the
an arcane. It's not going to get through an arcane lock though. If
Lady
it's
Souza, can you give me a straight up intelligence check?
straight up intelligent. 11.
Oh, okay. You are kind of just thinking maybe about your secret skills and wondering if they could be of help in this case, and you're not sure with an 11.
Yeah. I really I don't think I can use magic devices, but I don't know if that means I can if I can undo a magic lock. I don't think so.
Sorcerer, perhaps you might investigate this and see if it seems magical in some way. It does seem to go beyond just the mundane.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
You can roll an Arcana check.
I
also have
24.
remove curse.
That would be an interesting thing to try. That I would absolutely allow you to try. But with a 24 Zindalar, you are testing essentially the magic. You're feeling the vibes of this magic, and they it's almost like eating way too much horseradish or wasabi. It blows you back
Spicy vibes.
with how spicy it is.
That's
a spicy arcana lock. You get the impression that a knock spell would help to reduce how difficult it would be to break in, but it would not open the door itself.
This Lich does not want guests dropping by unannounced.
I would like to look around
on his 50-foot up balcony.
Let's just check if there's like a window next to the door we could just smash open.
Knock on and be like, "Could you let us in?"
Like the door has an arcane lock on it, but there's a cat flap that's just open.
I want to see, is there anything written around? I want to very carefully perceive, just look.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay, that is perception. That's 16.
You don't notice anything that's like a hint or a clue or anything like that. In fact, as you look around, you don't see really any windows on this side of the tower, other than the sort of glass opening that is this door. I've decided it's a glass door because I
Boy,
already
that's even
described
more
the
insulting.
inside of this room. So
I mean, it's a balcony, so like
Yeah.
you put
All
up
right.
a glass door on a balcony.
Micah, is it possible I could persuade or intimidate this door, or perhaps challenge it to a duel?
it is. Give me an intelligence check, Reza.
Oh, that's not going to go well. So especially since I think I still get disadvantage because I'm so sleepy. I don't even know. I rolled a
Does someone want to assist
11.
Reza to
I got-
give?
Oh yeah, to negate that.
Yeah, so that it leads to straight up roll.
It doesn't
Sure.
matter. I got an 11 and a 12. Pick which one you want, and I'm guessing I don't learn very much.
You do not learn very much at all. Does anyone else want to give an intelligence check?
I already did, so I feel like I shouldn't.
I'll try.
Cool.
Dirty 20.
All right. So with a modified 20, you kind of perhaps peruse through your books that you keep in your brain, in your mind palace, and you think about having heard about other spells on this level, and you know that even the absolute magical power that this has can't compete with the mundanity of a certain amount of strength. You also
Break the door.
know that a thief, perhaps, who makes use of their tools and who rolls, well, I guess you wouldn't say roll, and who does so incredibly well, who is incredibly dexterous, could also get through the magic that is keeping this door locked.
So what I'm hearing is, let's cast the wish spell to open a door.
I mean, I could certainly give it a try with, because I have thieves' tools and I'm pretty good with them.
I mean, we're already up here.
Let's go.
I don't
Yep.
want to go back down. That feels silly.
Yeah, no, that would be
Yeah, right.
really more blow to morale.
I would
Just,
literally
uh,
have to put my tail between my legs.
not on Mirthmas Day, people.
All right, Zindalar, please be ready to catch me if the spicy magic throws me off the balcony.
I can cast levitate again, I guess, if needed. Or I guess technically I haven't cast it yet because we.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or
All right.
I can do it.
If you are
Also
trying,
wings, we're ready.
Mhm.
then I
Also,
will
if
tell
you look
you.
like you might need to be chain lightninged, also ready.
Yeah, I am going to try.
Okay, so using your thieves' tools, the DC
Mm-hmm.
for the dexterity check is 30.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I
let
give
me-
guidance?
Yes.
Please do.
I mean, hey, it could help.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Does anybody
think
also
I
want to
can-
use the help action so that I can
I don't
get
know if I
advantage?
can even help. Is it possible to even help if we're not proficient in thieves' tools?
Don't know.
You know what?
Is that helpful? Is it helpful to have a lion breathing down your neck, being like, maybe try that thief tool?
I will let you either use guidance or get help, but not both. Does that seem fair?
So you get a plus
okay,
D4
what was
or
the
advantage.
The difficulty?
30,
30.
DC 30.
30. Okay, I'm real close, so I'll just take the guidance and hope. Because I rolled a 12 on the die, and then it's plus 17.
Wow.
So, yeah, what is that? 20.
Yeah, that's 29.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
so
you
yeah,
just-
so the guidance gets me there.
Yeah, the
no matter
guidance would
what.
get you there no matter what.
I wrote it. It was 2,
Woohoo.
so I got 31.
Wow.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so with that, you hear a click that then turns into this sort of resounding wave of sound as you see a glow on the door, this blue glow, as this sort of maze pattern starts to unwind itself on the door, and then the blue light fades away. And as the blue light fades away, the door feels like it's just a mundane door.
All right. Do we see anything differently through the glass? Has that changed anything in the room?
As you peer into the
Oh.
room, nothing in the room has changed. Everything still appears the same.
All right, I'm checking for traps. Like,
All right.
yes, this seems like the kind of lich that might magically lock a door and then trap it on top of that. But I rolled a 1 for my perception check,
Trap
so that's
free.
a 7.
Are you
Looks
lucky?
great.
Um,
Or does
I
lucky
am, but
not-
I
Oh,
I
because it
only
causes a luck point, yeah.
Yeah, I only have 2 more.
You're not trained in perception, so you can't take 10.
No. Oh, yes, I am. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so that's 16.
Okay, with a 16, you are looking all over the door and sort of maybe even sort of lightly tapping the handle on it, and you do not see or feel or sense any traps. I would say the Lich counts on the magic it has to keep it safe. And what is the biggest mistake one makes in life but to count on one's power?
All right. Well, I'm going to
steal presents from everybody at Mirthmas. That is the biggest mistake you could make.
I'm gonna use a little bit of oil to oil the hinges, and then I'm gonna ask somebody that's a little tougher than I am to be the one to open the door.
I'll open a door. I got no problems with that.
You know, making sure it's quiet so it's not like
All
a
right.
giant screech.
Yeah. Razor
Do we
opens
know? Does the Lich?
That's just Razor making that noise. The hinges are fine.
What were you asking?
Does the Lich have like other people that would be in the castle? Because I'm thinking, what I can disguise us as other people, but I don't know if Wolf would know. Like, does he have like workers in the building?
So Wolf would not know that, but it is a good question. So this,
Okay.
this Lich Tower, this Lich has been off on its own for 500 or more years. So yeah, you're not sure what's going on, but it is a good question. There may very well be people in here.
Disguise ourselves as a traveling circus troupe here to entertain.
And can we unionize those people?
The door is open. You may enter. You may move your tokens into the room if you would like.
Ooh,
I will enter and immediately hide.
All right. So, Reza, you head into the room, and as I mentioned, you do see kind of in front of you this bed with that purple duvet. And as you're looking around, it's kind of messy in here. It's likely, I mean, that a Lich doesn't need sleep, so the Lich probably hasn't spent much time sleeping. But there's a cool rug on the floor. There are some decorations, and there is a wardrobe as well as you walk into this room. But
fur rug, purple satin blankets, definitely a bachelor pad.
Honestly, this place seems a little more shishi than I thought someone undead would be doing. I just really want to study that none of this is like illusory, or if there's any other magical things going on.
You're checking the vibe.
Yeah, quick Arcana vibe check. I rolled a 27.
Okay. As you do your Arcana vibe check, you don't get the impression of any illusion in the room. Although you do feel a sense of radiation of magic, not of any other form of radiation, microwave radiation from the, there's a sort of counter over here or table over here, and something from that area seems to radiate magic.
Could I do like an investigation or insight or something?
Yeah, just a straight up perception.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, perception. 14.
Okay, so with a 14, you walk over to, I would assume, are you wanting to look from a distance, or do you want to walk up and check out the table? It's totally up to you.
I'll walk towards it, but not like touch it.
Okay, so as you walk towards the table, you see sitting on the table several jars, and in one of those jars is a heart.
Ew.
It's a small little heart in a jar, and it just this was definitely, Zindalar, the item that kind of radiated magic.
Should one of us do a nature check on what kind of heart we got going on here?
Not it.
I have +3.
I also
I have
have +3. I
+2.
will help you, so you have advantage. Study it.
Okay. It's a 7. So
Oh.
10.
But you have advantage.
No, I rolled a 1 and a 7 on the dice.
Man, these dice are not doing it for you.
All right.
With
Might
a
be
10,
lungs,
you
I
think it
don't
is
know.
the heart of a whale. It is a whale heart, which is
This
this
what
is just the
this is what
smallest
hearts look like.
the smallest
I've
whale
seen
heart you've
emoji.
ever seen.
Hey guys, there's baby whales. I lived out at sea for a while, and we saw a lot of aquatic beings, and it's a circle of life.
Yeah, got it, Jay.
But if it's magical, I feel like it's worth taking, regardless.
What if it's
I mean,
haunted?
Let me just ask this question. We know enough about liches. Do we know enough about liches to know lich stuff, Micah?
Like lich humor?
Well, I meant
Lich
like
history?
lich. Lich
What if
practice.
like
Lich
there's
lore?
what if there's a
Cultural
whale
lich.
zombie that's gonna come back and be like, "Where's my heart?" And then that
Yeah, I'll
whale's
go with.
mad at us.
I'm going with lich
I don't
lore.
want a
Yeah,
whale
Micah.
mad at me. That would really
Give me an
dampen my
intelligence check for some lich lore.
style.
Lich lore.
Lich lore. Do lich lore. That's the lich lore
okay,
song.
because I still have disadvantage. A 2.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
You know
Can I roll
that
lich lore?
you seem to remember a saying at one point that said "liches get stitches," and you're just very confused by it.
I see no stitches in this heart.
It's hard because they don't have a lot
probably a
of
good
flesh to
thing.
stitch.
I'm looking around the rest of the room to see if there's anything else, and maybe something else might give us a clue to what this is.
Since I know
Let's-
this heart is magic,
So-
can I now study the magicness of the heart?
That can happen, but we're going to address the searching of the room first.
I got a 23.
With a 23, you, I think, narrow in on the desk in the room, and you look kind of in one of the drawers, and as you do, you find a small black key that has a half melted bow, and there's a note on the key that reads, "This key is to the door upstairs. Don't go up there, Timothy."
I
Well,
read
we're not
it,
Timothy, so that we can go wherever we want.
and then I put it in my pocket.
And then as you continue to look around the room, the other thing that sticks out to you is that there is another door in the room that is closed that for some reason the adventure decided that you would all think is a bathroom. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I just thought it was odd that it's like, it must be a bathroom.
Yeah, I'll check that for traps. 16.
So what was the skill you used?
If we find a lich taking
Perception.
a bath,
Okay.
then I have some questions.
Just to check the traps.
With a 16 perception, you do hear some breathing in the room. You do not see any traps.
Okay.
Did you mention that aloud?
Well, I'll go, whoa, there's breathing coming from in there, and I point at the door.
Is it from the other room or?
From
Sorry, it's specifically behind the door,
from
not
whatever's
in our
past.
room. Not in our
Correct.
room that we're in right now. Okay.
Yeah, from the other side of this door.
This is the annoyance of Erica. You'll know this well. The divine sense, which doesn't work on anything behind total cover.
Nope.
Kind of useless.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any undead in this room?
Is there
that
a
I
window
could
on this door?
see?
There is not a window on this door.
What if
Okay,
I
then.
lean down and look under the crack?
You
Is
may
there a
lean
keyhole?
down. You may lean down and look under the crack. You may also look to see if there is a keyhole, and there is a keyhole.
There you go.
Sweet. I'm going to use my divine sense by looking through keyholes.
I love this.
So remind
so
me
the-
what divine sense.
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, I open my awareness to detect such forces until the end of my next turn. I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. For example, if it were the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich. I also detect within the same radius the presence of any place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
You do not notice any celestial fiend or undead with your magic coming from that room.
Okay. Sweet. Everything's fine then, in my opinion.
So does your divine sense like keep your eyes from working as normal eyes whenever you, or did you sort of put your hand up to the keyhole and you how did you?
I poked. I literally looked through the keyhole so that I would be able to see
into
like
the
so
room.
that.
Okay.
Right, because it doesn't work if there's covers, but like
Yeah,
that
I
just
don't-
means you can only see things, you can only detect things in the same room as you.
Okay, yeah, I don't think then looking through the keyhole. I mean, there is, for a fact with your divine sense, there's not anything like that. But with your eye, I don't think you would have seen anything.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Is there light? Does
There-
Reza see light coming from the other
Yes,
room?
there
or
is
it...
light.
I'm just about
Light
to open this
and
door
breath.
unless anybody's concerned.
I gesture as if like, go ahead.
All right, I open the door to this room.
And as Reza opens the door to this room, inside Reza finds what? You'll have to tune in next time to have that answer provided to you. Will they be defeated by some sort of non-celestial, I forgot what the other things were,
Fiends or
being
undead,
that is
yeah, sure.
hiding inside of the bathroom? Will they make it out of this room? Will they find out who Timothy is? You will have to tune in next time to Total Party Kill, How the Lich Stole Mirthmas, to find out. Until then, though, we say have a holly jolly rest of your year, and we will see you next time for Total Party Kill. Bye-bye.
Yay. Okay. So now we need to decide if we are going to try to finish this year or if we just make it like Shocktober and come back next year, in which case we would need a slightly different outro.
That is true.
Do you want to? Why don't you do us like just say find out next time on next year? Yeah.
Okay.
Find out next year.
Should I just do the whole like question thing again, or just the end of it?
No, I can.
Let me bring
edit that
Tony
in.
back. Tony, to catch you up, basically, so they decided to open the door to the bathroom after divine sensing the room to determine that there was not. What are the three?
Celestial fiend or undead.
Yeah, there was not a celestial fiend or an undead who was breathing in the other room, nor could Reza see anything within the room. So that was where we ended it, and then I did a cliffhanger, and so you won't be able to find out until next time. So, will they defeat the Lich? Find out next year on Total Party Kill, How the Lich Stole Mirthmas.
Great. So I can use either one of those, and just wanted to get that done. So now we can decide what we want to do.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Does anyone have that time? Because there's a lot of travel that happens at this time of the year. There's, all that kind of
Could
stuff.
also, if I may make a suggestion, we could do this potentially asynchronously since we've got a place where we could talk about this and potentially see if there is a scheduling time that works.
Yeah, let's do that.
Not,
Because
that
I know,
works. Yep.
you need to go to bed.
rather than trying to hash it out right now. And
Yeah, let's do
everybody
that.
figure
And
out.
that gives everybody time to think about it and everything as well. So yes.
But I do need your files tonight.
Yes, please upload your files tonight.
I will send everybody that link.
Okay, so yeah, Amanda and everybody, you can check the Slack for the link to that. Thank you, everybody, for your time. This is super fun. I've had fun thus far. Hopefully you have all had fun as well. And whenever we decide to continue this and everything, I am excited. This adventure has a lot of different stuff on each of the floors, and so it should be a good time. So thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye,
Thank
live
you.
stream.